My first Sunday reset in my new apartment. How exciting. I've been here just over 2 weeks, so I feel like I'm finally getting on track with things, so it makes sense to do a little reset. You know, before it's like I didn't even have things to reset, but now we can do a little reset. Last night, we went out for dinner and then a little bit of drinks after, watching the Packer game. And not gonna lie, I got into bed last night and I was like, man, I don't feel the best. Like, I was not drunk, and I really have not been drinking that much, not even just because of moving, but I feel like the past few months I've not really been drinking that much just because I haven't wanted to, and I don't know, I'm just like focused on other things. And when I drink, I mean, it's just like a social thing anyway, right? But I had a margarita and 2 beers last night over the course of like 4.5 hours, right? Like, this was not being slammed, but I just was like, man, I don't know. I also had a lot of queso. That could be it too. But so we're resetting our place, our body, maybe our minds too. I don't know, I'm excited. I love these types of videos and just like fun little productive days, but not like too crazy productive, just like kind of getting my shit together for the week. I always feel so puffy after a drink. I did the morning supplements, water, whatever. It's time for protein coffee. I've been experimenting with new protein coffee recipes lately. If you've watched my last few videos, I've been using regular milk. If your body can handle it, you know, it really does have good stuff for you in it. This is just skim. I was using whole milk for like a week, but it just made me way too full. So I switched to skim just because it's like less dense. However, I'm also playing around with the idea of cutting out all dairy for like a week or 2 just to see if it helps my skin. I don't know, but right now, we'll heat it up. Still cold out. Even in Texas. Crazy. It just feels like home, you know, Wisconsin, it's cold. So normally I do a level 1 protein, which caramel latte, for example, is like the one I always rave about. It tastes so good. That's level 1. So that just means it's slow digesting. However, the reason I've been changing it up is because they've also been really good about adding collagen to my coffee every morning. So I've been switching to Formula 1. I promise it's not that confusing. It's just 2 different types of proteins. I have this Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor. It's so freaking good. I'll add a scoop of this just like regular into my coffee. Still has 20 grams of protein, still a great start to my day. Puts substance in my body. Also gets me ahead for, you know, like my protein goals for the day. But since I add a scoop of collagen as well, this is another literal 15 grams of protein. It mixes right in there so beautifully. And just like normal, I will brew a double shot of espresso right over top. Mix it in there a little and it's good to go. It is seriously so good. I've just been trying to change it up because I've been so full that I haven't wanted to eat till like 1 p.m. and I'm someone who like likes to eat in the morning, and I have been making these awesome breakfast sandwiches that I'm gonna show you today, and I didn't want to be like so full till so long in the day. That's just not how I want my schedule to be. And because there's also 8 grams of protein in the milk I've been using, I just found that the milk, the protein, and the collagen were making me so full. So recently I've been switching from the slow digesting one to this one, which is a little bit quicker. So I don't feel as like full as long, and I can still eat breakfast and stuff. You know, it's just been working really well in my routine. I think each one definitely has a time and place. I'm playing around, right? I still love the caramel latte. I'll definitely go back to that at some point, but it also depends on my milk choice. When I was using oat milk, it was definitely less filling. It also didn't have 8 grams of protein. So like right here, I literally have 43 grams of protein in this cup. So it's a good start to my day, you know? Although because it is Sunday, I did sleep in today. I slept until like 9:30, which was amazing. I love a good slow morning though, so I'm gonna chill. And then we're gonna make breakfast together. I'm so excited for this breakfast. Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower. This protein's also a bit thinner, so if you don't like it to feel too thick, this one avoids that. I just remembered it while I was drinking it. But it is time for bagels, breakfast sandwiches. Let's get into it. I'm so excited. If I have not said that enough. So way back in my original like weight loss video, I showed these 2 ingredient bagels and I got so many questions and comments about them. I haven't showed them in many videos since, maybe only a handful. So I used to use parchment paper for these, but I recently invested in little silicone bagel molds, and I will say, 1000% worth it. You don't need to buy these because you can use parchment paper, but these were a 3-pack for, I don't know, probably like around 10 bucks. And they make life so much easier. Game changer. I'll link the proteins, I'll link the bagel mold, whatever. I'll link everything that I talk about today if you are interested. So, you need a mixing bowl, bagel molds or parchment paper. And then, you know how a lot of recipes are like, 2 ingredient this, 5 ingredient this, but then you actually end up needing more ingredients. That's kind of how this one is. So, sorry to be hypocritical, but that is how this one is. However, the 2 main ingredients that form the bagels are Greek yogurt of your choice and self-rising flour. I will also use a little olive oil, number 1, just to make sure they don't stick, which they don't really in these, but just to be sure. And then I will spray them over top at the end. You can use an egg wash instead or butter wash instead, and then whatever seasoning you want. So today, and I guess always, I do just the everything bagel seasoning. I haven't even opened this one yet. This is from a local place in Madison, so we'll try this out, and then I might do cheese on top. Have a little fun. And since I'm doing breakfast sandwiches, I'll grab some eggs too. So you start with equal parts Greek yogurt and self-rising flour. I didn't have that much Greek yogurt left, so I just wanted to use up this container, which ended up being just about a cup. And then you just mix it together and it will form a dough consistency. If you feel like it needs more flour, just add more flour. And then I'll just add them right into the slightly greased bagel mold. If you don't use the bagel molds, you essentially have to roll them into balls and kind of flatten them out, and then you can push in the middle to make a bagel shape. And it just gets your hands so messy because this dough really is so sticky. So doing it this way is not only a lot cleaner, but you get a better shape and just a better finish. I don't know, like they really make a huge difference. And I was making them on the parchment paper for so long, and I finally decided just to get these, and they've just changed the game. These are the 4-inch bagel molds. If you get the 3-inch, they're like mini sized. Try to just make them as even as you can, and then I'll just spray a little oil over top just to help them round, I guess. I use the air fryer and they fit right in this little sheet. You can use the oven, however. I'll put it anywhere from like 375 to 400 degrees. To be honest, I don't remember what they're supposed to be at, but I just kind of play around with it and watch them. And I'll set the timer to about 10 minutes, and then I actually flip them, and I think that's key here. I did use all of the dough, so it looks like approximately a cup of each. Gives you 4 full-size 4-inch bagels. What I love about this too is I've made like a pizza crust out of this. Like you can do all sorts of things, but I really love making them into bagels. They're totally great with plain cream cheese and stuff. However, since I want to make them into breakfast sandwiches, we are gonna start at the eggs. I love that this is something you can prep too. Like I usually make a bunch of bagels and I freeze them. The eggs too, you can make a bunch of these and heat them up later. But I'll just crack an egg and whisk it and use another one of the bagel molds. It's nice that they came in a pack. And just pour the egg in it. And I'll put the eggs in the oven for a few minutes. I have it set to 400 degrees. It hasn't preheated yet, but I'll just watch them. Also, make sure you put the mold on a cookie sheet and then put the eggs in there because I just spilled so much egg trying to transfer. The bagels look like they're getting done, so I'll just literally pop them out. See, look how easy it came out? And then I'll put the undone side up because it's still kind of doughy. They just really need to be flipped or they don't get done. I swear they don't get done. I also wanted to add everything bagel seasoning earlier and I totally forgot, but whatever. Just because I wanted it to be like really flavorful, but then now is when you would add the wash, whether it's oil, butter, egg, whatever, and add your seasoning. The everything bagel seasoning really does complement how these bagels taste. If you don't cook them enough, they can taste a little Greek yogurty, so you just gotta make sure you really cook them and season them well. But I think they're a really great alternative. They're even boyfriend approved, and he doesn't care about what he eats as much as I do. So I feel like that's a good tell. And they go right back in for a few more minutes.
Heels on activities.
I don't know why I keep setting the freaking air fryer off. I was about to add a little cheese. The fire alarm! I was about to add a little cheese because I thought they'd be fun to top two the bagels with cheese, even though they already have everything bagel seasoning on, so I took them out. They're like done. But I took them out and I was like, oh, we'll melt the cheese for a few minutes. But the freaking fire alarm, I don't know. It never used to go off in Wisconsin. Like, what are we doing wrong here? Is it too confined of a space? Is there a problem with the bread's on top? I don't know. I don't normally set it off, okay? I promise this recipe doesn't make your fire alarm go off. It's just me. It's just a me thing. But I think the eggs are done too. Let's see. Maybe I'll have to use the oven instead of the air fryer. Yeah, the eggs look done. All right. See, they look really good. We got the little eggies. I should have put salt and pepper on these, but I totally forgot. Officially the worst neighbors. I think I set it off 3 times in the past week. Don't they look so good? And the egg is fully cooked too, but not overdone. To be completely honest, these are a little doughier than I would like, but I wanted to keep them in the air fryer. It was the fire alarm that shut me up. It wasn't smoking or anything. However, what's nice about these is you can re-toast them like this in the toaster or the air fryer, and it really helps the insides. I threw these 2 in the toaster for a minute and they're firmed up a little bit, so that's good. And I melted some cheese on the egg, because why not? Normally I'd like to put on bacon or sausage or something to make it like a real breakfast sandwich, but I didn't have any, although my seasoning fell off, so that's kind of sad. This is why I think it might be better to put the seasoning in the mix a little bit so it doesn't just fall off. It was a bit of a disaster, but you know what? It turned out pretty decent. And I promise they're not hard. I just feel like I was getting so hectic and overwhelmed because the fire alarm was going off, and like I don't want to annoy people and whatever, but they're really not that bad. And if you make a bunch, you can freeze them, like I said, heat them up throughout the week, play around with different seasonings. It's so hot, but it's good. And it's a great breakfast. Regular bagels just have like so much sugar and stuff, and not that these are like insanely healthy, like I don't know, but they're a good alternative, right? It's already noon. I've been taking my sweet time this morning, but I really need to get outside, and so does Duncan, so we're gonna walk him and then do a little workout and stuff after. That's why I literally have not like washed my face or anything. I'm putting on sunscreen right now, because you always should. And we need some fresh air. I let him lick the empty Greek yogurt container. Can you tell? You know, it's cold and actually very gloomy out, but fresh air makes such a difference, you know? You're signed to get outside no matter the weather. My eyes are literally watering. It makes a huge difference in your day, I will say, and it will make your dog happy if you have a dog. I felt so bad. One time Duncan sniffed one of these and totally pricked himself. I mean, culture shock, you know? I will always advocate for walking and daily walks. Like, people tell you to get in your steps and the whole like 10,000 steps thing for a reason. Like, it actually makes a big difference. Like, it makes you feel better, but I'm also a firm believer that if you do something like a walk, you know, like you're more likely to do other good things, like eat good or like drink water, you know, like all those stuff just kind of affect each other. You're a good boy in the elevator. I always find that walking post-meal and after you eat is so beneficial too. So like if you can get outside after you eat, definitely recommend. Today and yesterday are both like active rest days. I walked like all over downtown yesterday. And today I am gonna go to the gym and just do a little bit of walking. I don't know if I feel like doing 12 through 30 or not, but I may or may not do a little like Pilates video or something. I don't know. I've been feeling really tight because I've been getting really sore because my workouts have been really great. Not that soreness is a complete measure of how effective it is. No, but I'm just saying I've been like back in the gym, lifting and stuff. Tomorrow is a lifting day. I like to do like Monday, Tuesday lift, Wednesday cardio, Thursday, Friday lift. Although I'm starting a new plan tomorrow, so we'll see how that changes. Anyways, I just feel like I need to like loosen up. So I'm gonna do a little bit of movement today, just nothing crazy, but the walk felt good and I'm just ready to do more. I don't know. And I just like want to be cozy and stuff. So I'm feeling this nice little cropped hoodie. It's like waffle in it, so it's very like lightweight and just freeing, but warm. I don't know, I like it. Although I wish I was kind of tanner because I feel like it's too close to my skin tone and my hair, because my hair could use some purple shampoo. I've also been wearing hats like every single time I go to the gym, just to kind of, I don't know, focus on myself a little bit more. I literally can't watch the viewfinder as I walk down the stairs because I feel like I'm gonna fall. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. 'Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flight. Walking up all these stairs to get back to my apartment is honestly the hardest part. I walked for a half an hour, which just felt great, and watched a little YouTube, and then I did a few minutes of a Move with Nicole yoga video. I'm so bad at doing yoga. I haven't tried it in a few months, and it's so good to be able to have the discipline and like relax your body and just like follow the video, but I just get so like impatient, and like I do think it'd be a good skill to have and a good thing to practice, and I should probably do it more because it's hard for me, and if you do the things that are hard for you more, they'll be less hard hard for you? Anyways, I just got out of the shower and I'm gonna do a little sheet mask, a vitamin brightening mask. My apartment had what they called like a self-care night the other day, and they handed out sheet masks, bath salts, tea, and then there was like cookies too. So I was like, hey, why not? One of my goals this year is to eat more veggies. I feel like I kind of eat decently well-rounded, but I just don't eat enough vegetables or enough variety, and like fiber is a big thing I feel like I'm lacking, and a lot of veggies are rich in fiber. You can find fiber in other places too, but I've been really wanting to prep like a big salad with just a bunch of things in it, and I saw this recipe on TikTok. I've been looking up a lot of recipes on TikTok lately, okay? And so we're just gonna chop a bunch of stuff together and put it in a big bowl that I can have throughout the week, and I also want to cook some shrimp with it. I've been really trying to diversify my protein source and not just have chicken all the time, because I do eat a lot of chicken. I cut up everything into really small pieces. I feel like that just gives you the best salad, and it's just so much more fun to eat when everything's really tiny. It takes you longer, which is good, and everything just gets seasoned so much better. So I took a red bell pepper and cut that up and added in some cucumber, of course, a couple stalks of celery. This is the worst celery I have ever purchased from a grocery store. It is all branch. And half of a red onion. I really always find that if I put my veggies in containers and stuff, I'm so much more likely to use them. It's not like it changes their shape or anything. It's just like when it's in a container, it's like a little trick on your brain to go for it. Same with the rest of the celery. If I don't want to add this to the bowl, I have little pieces cut up and I'm more likely to use them throughout the week. And then romaine, I know it doesn't have a ton of nutritional value, but it's just the crunchy and the best lettuce in my opinion to cut up for this. I have all the veggies cut up in here, and then I'm gonna keep the lettuce all separate so it doesn't get soggy. It looks so pretty. I am going to boil some shrimp. I literally just have water on the stove and I threw some garlic powder in there because apparently you can do that. So I'll have like 3 separate bowls and I'll just throw them in one bowl and add the dressing when I want to eat this throughout the week. So a little bit of like meal prep stuff today. When people do Sunday resets and they like deep clean their entire house, it honestly stresses me out, which is so stupid, but I'm like, oh my gosh, should I be doing this? Whatever. So when I think Sunday reset, I just do like a couple things that are like, okay, Morgan, like, you got it. One less thing to think about throughout the week. For example, I need to throw in laundry still. We'll do laundry, a little bit of meal prep. We got our bodies moving, but like I'm not gonna sit here and deep clean my entire apartment. Some people take Sundays resets to the extreme and it overwhelms me. I'm not washing all of my bedding because I actually did recently, but I do wanna wash my pillowcases because it's never a bad idea to wash your pillowcases. I should really have a bunch of extra ones to switch out, but I don't. And then sometimes I'll think about how dirty your pillowcase actually gets and I'm like, oh my god.
In the sun when I found you, the one you call.
And finally for the salad, we're gonna throw in some romaine, some of this veggie mix, some shrimp. We'll add a little olive oil, lemon, a bunch of Parmesan cheese, and some salt and pepper. Obviously you just do whatever amounts you like, but it seems very refreshing and easy. And if you just throw a bunch of stuff together, like, I don't know, I think it just tastes good. And I think it's pretty good. And a great way to get me to eat more veggies, just chopping a bunch of stuff and throwing it in a bowl. Can't go wrong. This weekend, I made a little dessert, healthy Snickers bar situation. So it's made with dates, and I've seen like healthy dates everywhere all the time. Like I feel like that's the main thing you make like a healthy dessert out of. But instead of like dipping the dates and stuff, all you do is smash a layer of them on parchment paper or something, flatten it out, drizzle peanut butter over, and then melt chocolate, drizzle that over, put a little salt on it. You could do chopped peanuts, I just didn't feel like it. But then it's a bar and you just cut it. And it's a lot easier than having to like hand dip everything. I really want to be eating clean. I know I said I literally went out last night, but like when I'm at home, I want to eat clean, you know? We're trying new things out and I think it's so fun to do that. Dates, also a great source of fiber. I need more fiber. I play around with tracking, and to me, it's a tool. It's not like a lifestyle, right? So like, I tracked my food for a few days, and I realized not enough fiber. So now I'm like consciously making an effort to have more fiber in my diet. And fiber is so important, so it's good to know that. And if I didn't like try it for a few days and stuff like that, I just might not know that and then might not fix it. On Sundays, I do like to look at my week and think about what I'm eating throughout the week and kind of make a grocery list. We have a decent amount of things, but I'm out of some fresh things and meat, stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna just go to the grocery store tomorrow. I like to do pickups a lot, but we're still kind of getting into the groove of the grocery store here. But my list is so short right now. It's literally milk, chicken, Greek yogurt, eggs, turkey sausage for breakfast, and everything bagel seasoning. I actually wasn't really a fan of the one I used earlier today, so I want to get a new one. Ooh, I should put like apples on here. I've been really good about like snacking on more whole foods throughout the week too, which I've been really happy about. I'm just trying to clean up my eating, you know? If I have good options, I'm happy to eat them. So just being smart and proactive about these things is really good to keep in mind. Next, I have a few things that I actually think I want to place an Amazon order for. Just planning out my week, trying to, you know, grab a few things from the store and whatnot that I feel like I need is kind of, I feel like what I like to do on Sunday nights. If you're at all curious what I have in my cart, I'm trying to get a bunch of big t-shirts to wear in the gym. I love like leggings and a sports bra with like a big shirt over. I don't know. Just makes me feel comfortable and I just love big t-shirts. I also want to try mouth tape at night, and then I need these for like dermaplaning my face. I also have a Target cart. I need another cutting board and I'm trying to add more to my cart to get free shipping, but I don't want to buy unnecessary stuff. So I don't know. I'm just thinking about like what I need right now. I should have done my laundry way earlier in the day because there's just no part of me that wants to put my clothes away right now. But you know what? Nevertheless, she persists. Oh, they're still wet. Looks like I don't have to put them away right now. That was funny. Ask and you shall receive. You know what we can do right now? The dishwasher. 2 moments later, dishwasher gone wrong. Wait, was it one of those? This is the second iced coffee glass you have broken of mine.
You got what I need and you always be turning my sky blue, but maybe I can't get to you.
My second load of laundry is in and it's so loud if you can hear it, but I've been actually so good and consistent about taking magnesium before bed. These are just chewables, right, like the off-brand. I recently got magnesium powder and I think making it into a little drink would be much more fun. You know, a little like evening bedtime drink. You could also like, I don't know, throw this in like a tea, or like if you have other things you want to drink at night is like wind down time. This is my first form. Of course, I love first form. It's strawberry kiwi flavor. You just do 1 little scoop. This is actually my first time ever trying it. Let's see. That's pretty good. Some people like really swear by magnesium, so I don't know. I'll link this, of course.
Why don't you come to stay? 'Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower lane. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. 'Cause baby, like, it's all another flower lane. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. Go and open the door.
The laundry's put away, all the dishes are clean, the countertops are clean, the kitchen is shiny. I am happy. I put my pajamas on. It is time to start getting ready for bed. It's 9:30, which is great. I've been working on going to bed early. I've been doing great with it. I obviously didn't like deep clean my entire apartment, like I said earlier, but it does feel good just to like do your own little reset, whether that be picking up your room and doing your laundry or like meal prepping a few things, you know? Getting your meals in order. Like I do feel much more ready, and then it helps me wake up in the morning and like not wake up like worried about everything, because I feel like when I'm not on track and I just am behind with things, like things are messy, I wake up and I don't know, I like just wake up with anxiety. I like wake up overwhelmed. I like can't get it together. So when I go to bed feeling complete, it makes the morning so much better.